record. We are waiting for everyone. Those who are here, can you just put your name and your business, if you have one, in the chat? Shanzy. Okay, awesome. Hey, Venetia. Keisha, Great Vibes Events. Welcome. Jennifer J, Premier Business Systems, AI Automation Solutions. Okay, hey, Jennifer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mhm. All right. So we are going to get started. If you're able to come on camera, I would love to see your face. I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. But if not, I understand. This will be an interactive session. So what we'll be doing today is we'll go over some marketing tips and tidbits, and then we'll be doing some breakout rooms as well. So if you can come on camera, we will be asking you to join the conversation for sure. Mhm. So hello, everyone. My name is Athenia Rodney, and I am a marketing coach and automation guru. So some of the things that I will be going over today is just really talking about what building out your business kind of looks like, what it is, what it isn't, and some tools that you might be able to use to help you do that. So welcome, Asha. Awesome. So Marketing 101, how to start and get your first leads is what we'll be talking about on today. I have been in business for myself for over 25 years as an event planner. So I have done corporate event planning. I've done business planning for others for a long time. And over the last 5 years, one of the things that came to me is that I need to be doing this for myself and being able to help businesses to thrive as I was doing in the space of my nonprofit organization of Juneteenth NYC. I was able to help over 1,000 businesses grow their business from inception to some storefronts or some brick and mortar kind of establishments. So I am going to get us started. And hello, Asha. So if you haven't already, if you can put your name, your business information in chat. I see you driving from you, just so don't worry. So during I started AR Business Expansion. Like I was saying, I started it because we have our Juneteenth Festival that started in 2009. We started out with about 500 individuals at this event, and we had low engagement. And as we continue to grow each year, 1,000, 5,000, and now we're almost at 30,000 attendees that come to our event each year. My focus was still on how do I maintain customer service? How do I continue to engage my customers at the same level that I was engaging them at the 500 person level, at the 35,000 person level? And so being able to engage with a platform, being able to have tools to be able to do so, or what helped me to do that. So what is marketing? Would like to hear from you all. Can you share what you think marketing is? And people put in chat if it come off mute. Tasha, you sound like you're off mute. You want to tell us what you think marketing is?
I am and so distracted because I'm looking at the Q&A. I'm so sorry, Athena. I'm double booking here. um, Marketing is an opportunity that a business will use to attract who they think are their customers. So that could be radio, TV, print, um, social media, different ads, sales, that sort of thing, so that their general public or their market or their circle would know what they're doing now, who they are, what services or products they offer, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. You just did the whole presentation for me. Thank you. Yeah, so marketing is simply getting the right message to the right people at the right time. Without marketing, people won't know your business exists, right? So a lot of people are like, yay, I put up my website, and they're like, okay, I've done all the marketing I need to do. Or I put up a post on social media, and they're like, all right, I'm good. And I'm like, yeah, so how did people know that you are there? That's like saying, I'm going to the mall and I'm looking for a pair of jeans, but no one has jeans in the window. So how do I know that that business or that company actually sells jeans? So marketing is all of that, what you mentioned, but it is really about the essence of understanding who you are marketing your business to and how you're getting their attention at the time that they need the service that you have to offer. So some common mistakes to new business makers are trying to sell to everyone, right? Some people will be like, oh, I sell water or I sell body butter. So everybody needs their skin to be nice and buttered, or everyone needs water. And it's like, yeah, everyone does need water. Everyone may need lotion, but will they pay you for it? Will they pay you for water when water is free and they can get it from the tap? Will they pay you for body butters versus paying someone else to get the same product? So what makes you so special is the question. Some people will also do things like post randomly on social media. So there's no rhyme or reason for why they're putting up a post. They're just throwing stuff in the air and hoping that things stick. And that is also a common mistake for those who are doing marketing. The other part is not having a clear message. So, oh, hold on, what just happened? No, not going to breakout rooms yet. So sorry. So not having a clear message, right? So it might be I'm looking for customers who want to buy my product, but then the message of what kind of product do you sell, or how can they purchase your product? Where do they go to get it? Are not there. So all of those are some marketing taboos that people have done in the past. So one of the things that I would like you to do, I know you're driving furniture, but if you do have pen and paper, I would love for you to take this out and to do this marketing time calculator. So one of the things here, this will help you to identify like what your business, how much time you should be spending in these different things. So there's how much time you would spend in marketing, how much time you would spend on administrative tasks, and how much time you would spend on actually doing your business, right? So how many hours are you willing to work each week? So can someone give me their numbers and we can do that as a model. So in your business, how much time are you willing to work each week in your business?
I can talk, so that works.
Sure.
Um, about 20 hours.
So you want to work 20 hours in your business each week.
Or
Okay.
less.
So okay. So that is A. And tell me what kind of business you have.
Grief coaching.
Okay. Grief coaching. Awesome. Now tell me, how many clients do you have now? Give or take.
Well, 2.
Okay. So you have 2 clients, so that's B. So how many
Mm-hmm.
clients would you have to consider yourself full? So what would be like a full roster for you?
Weekly.
So weekly,
Is
but
that
how
what
many people, how many people would
I'm
be
asking
considered?
you? Weekly? We're talking about weekly, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes. 3 to 4.
Okay. So let's say 4 for argument's sake, right? So we'll mark that
Mm-hmm.
as C. So now your administrative time would be, it's usually 5% of your total time. So you said 20 hours is your total time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is A. And then we're going to times that by, we're going to times that by 0.0505. So that means 1 hour, which would be D. So 1 hour a day should go towards your administrative task based
Mm-hmm.
on your time that you're allocating. So out of your 20 hours, 1 hour, so that would leave you with 19 hours, right? So
Mm-hmm.
marketing time at full capacity is usually about 20%. So again, you have 20 hours and we're gonna times that by 0.20, 20%. So that is 4 hours. So you should be spending essentially about 4 hours of time on your marketing for your business based on your
Okay.
20-hour allocation. So that
Okay.
leaves you with 15 hours to actually work with customers.
Okay.
So now my question next is, how many, how long does it take you to work with customers? So when you work with a customer, how long does that take you?
An hour.
Okay, so that's physical working with the customer, correct?
Correct.
So are you driving to the customer or are you doing Zoom or phone calls?
Zoom or phone calls.
Okay, and are there any, let's say, write-ups or follow-ups that you would need to do outside of that call with the customer?
Yes. Notes, like, back office notes to kind of go over what we discussed so that I could be ready for the next session.
Okay, so that's an hour plus. How much time do you think it would take you to do the notes for that customer?
I'm gonna say about 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay, so let's do it even, let's do one, let's do 30 minutes. So that's an hour and a
Okay.
half,
Mhm.
right? So that is 1.5, 1.5. So essentially, you are able to deal with at least 10, could get 10 customers, to have 10 customers in total during your 20-hour time frame to
Oh, okay.
build that out.
Okay.
So your hours available for clients each week. So a good way to do this is your hours available for clients each week, which would be 20, right? Minus, which is
Mhm.
A, minus D, which is your administrative time, which is 1, minus E, which is your marketing time, which was 4 hours, equals F, which is 15 hours, right? Which we talked about. That's your available client hours. So your total possible number of clients with DC that you're trying to reach is 4. So you essentially will have enough time in your schedule to be able to take care of the customers that you want to have, be able to do your marketing, do your administrative work. So the reason why I wanted to go over a marketing time calculator with others, and feel free to screenshot it and be able to use this for yourself. This is a key way to be able to identify like how much time that input would take for you for marketing, right? And marketing, which we'll go over, spans for a number of different things. So I'll go to the next slide. So we're going to do a breakout room session. So we'll have about 2 individuals, 2 to 3 people in a breakout room at a time. And during that breakout time, I would like for you to discuss with the person that you're in a room with, what's your biggest struggle with marketing? So what are some of the things that you would say that you have had as a biggest struggle thus far? Mm, So you didn't, okay, hold on. So I'm gonna try this again. With the breakout room, sorry. So the breakout rooms need to be recreated. So Sylvia, give me a second, sweetie. Stop pressing to start the breakout rooms. All right, give me 1 second. Let me create assign automatically. All right. So I have everyone in a breakout room with someone. Nope. And if you are not in a breakout room with someone, I will definitely move you. Hold on, let me just move y'all all to breakout rooms. Breakout rooms. All right, so I'm gonna open the breakout rooms. You'll have 4 minutes. So should be 2 minutes each to answer the question, what's your biggest struggle with marketing? And I'll see you back in 4 minutes.
I needed 30 seconds, Athenia. 30. Like that's it. We was like, where was just when we started to get like we got to know each other. Then we gotta get back. I don't can we talk about this for a minute? Okay, next time.
Look, we gonna go back into you're gonna have another breakout session. No worries. You're gonna
But
have some.
will I get the same person? We have to build here. Like we're building.
No, that's what connecting afterwards and having follow-up sessions. Like that's what that's
Yeah.
all about.
Jeez, yes. I was going in I was like, I got 3 seconds. Okay, hold up.
Oh Lord, bless it.
It's all right. Y'all pray for me.
Yeah, I definitely will. I will for sure. All right. So what's some key takeaways before I bring this up? What's some key takeaways? What's your biggest struggle with marketing? So Miss Asha, since you were talking, do you want to share what
No,
key
don't do me
takeaways you
like
had
that.
in your
I'm
session?
I'm I'm gonna throw my partner under the bridge. I
Don't
want
put
her.
me
Look,
on.
look, look. Because then if
All
she
right,
say what
Keisha.
she gonna say, then I'm gonna say I can say what I was gonna say to her, and then we could just then everybody else could just feel like, see, you bonded, we bonded. Go, but share because you had a lot of good points. So go ahead. I want to encourage you. Look at
Uh,
her face.
I guess my biggest marketing struggle is I I I want to advertise in so many different places because I'm still fairly new. We're going on 3 years old. But I was explaining to her, good advertisement actually costs. And the more you advertise here, then you want to advertise here, and market here. But everything has a cost. And you can't really just it's not that simple with marketing as people think, because everything does have a fee. And I would like to market more than I do, but again, it's a cost, whether it's Yelp, Google, Facebook, it doesn't matter. It all has a cost.
Got it. So yeah, I would think this was a plant, but I totally did not tell. I don't even know Keisha, but so what if I told you that there are ways that you could market that would not require
You
you to
can't. No,
spend
you
money?
can't. No, no, no. This is supposed to be my moment. I told you, no, no, and
Oh,
no.
oh,
Because
you a
you
mess.
stole my 30 seconds at the end of my. I told you I needed
Oh,
30 more seconds. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So this is I when she said I thought of well I'm listening to her accent so I'm automatically thinking of like down south and I know a lot of the people that I know that are down south say exactly that because a lot of people now do these billboards which are now popular. I didn't come up with people doing billboards, but
Mhm.
then I know Athena and I have spoken. I'm just a big person of word of mouth and in the nonprofit that I shared, because I am building a nonprofit right now. But one of the things that has made the nonprofit so successful with donations is every time somebody meets me or I meet and touch base with a person, it's a personal touch. And so when they donate, and I have an event because we have events monthly, I tag them and they're part of my thank you. So now, if you do anything with social media, you understand that every time you tag somebody in a post, in a group, in a whatever, everyone that they know now know you. and
Mhm.
they know whatever you did. And whether it be a newsletter or just a post with all the pictures of what we were doing that this particular month, now everyone now who's associated with the donation, with the organization, with whatever, sees my pictures. And now
So
that's basically free marketing, that's free word of mouth. And I literally have permission to do it because you donated to me. And I'm just saying, like anybody else would say, for free, thank you. And out of that, we have never had to add, there's certain things that we've asked for, and we've never had to ask for a lot of things because
mhm.
of that way of us marketing.
Yeah.
That's a form of
And
marketing.
that's a good one, Asha. And to your point, marketing, so donations also don't have to be monetary. It could be a product or it could be a service or something like that. So maybe somebody volunteered and that was a way that they were able to contribute to your event to be able to promote. So thank you for sharing that. So that is definitely one, and we'll go into a little bit deeper of some additional ways as well of how to be able to market for free. So next we're going to go over is who is your ideal customer? And we were talking about this earlier when people talk about who their customers are, they're ready to say everyone. And I would say that's like throwing spaghetti on the wall and hoping that the whole spaghetti sticks, right? And that is never going to be the case. So if you market to everyone, you market to absolutely no one. And especially when you're talking about, Keisha, what you were mentioning about like social media marketing and being able to put together like an ad on social media, especially like Instagram or Facebook, you have to have a specific designation of what you are looking, the individual you're looking to attract to your business. So what I promote, let's say, would I promote my vending business to someone was just talking about they have Avon. So would I promote Avon to someone who maybe works Mary Kay? Maybe not. Or would I promote my business where I'm selling water to someone else who already sells water? Maybe not. So also being very intentional on who your market is. So ask yourself who needs what you are offering, who is the person who needs your services. So Keisha, tell me what kind of services do you offer or products?
So I offer event planning services, whether private or and I also do public events, a lot of ticketed events. Um, I also offer videography services, and that's about it right now. Event planning,
Okay.
whether it's full service, coordination, or management, which is a little bit of both. And
Okay. So who
mhm.
needs what you are offering?
Um,
Who would use your service? Who would hire you for one of those? So I would focus on one of those in particular services. Who needs your services?
mm,
So let's say you said the photo booth, right? So who would need a photo booth?
um, I, I don't know, birthday parties, people who are planning parties.
And others are okay to jump in to share as well if you think that you have ideas. So yes, birthday parties, it could be a holiday event, a corporate event, an anniversary, something where people are looking to capture moments of individuals who are in that space, right? Where do they spend their time online? So if I am saying I want to focus on birthday parties, baby showers, things of that nature, I'm talking about people with children. So I might want to connect to PTAs or schools to be able to promote my services. If I'm talking about corporate entities, I might say LinkedIn might be a great place to promote my services. So being knowing where your person that your ideal customer is online is very helpful. What problems do they struggle with, right? So for photography and pictures, what would you say is something that people might struggle with for that business for photo booths? I'm asking you, Keisha, what is something that somebody would struggle with or anyone?
Mm,
You can't think of anything? So maybe,
I think a
go
lot
ahead,
of
Asha.
people struggle because you don't always get all the pictures that were taken. But at least with the photo booth, what I recognized in another event that I went to is that you got all of the photos. So instead of like running behind people to say share the photos that you took, post, the photos that you tag me, the photo booth automatically saves that and shares that. You can have that as an option to share with your guests, to share with the event person. So there's a lot of room for what to do with the photos, as well as the fact that you have all of the photos for everyone that went through the photo booth.
Absolutely. So that is one way that you can use to promote. So, right, being able to share that, starting with the problem at hand, and I'll share in the next slide a little bit more on how to use the things that we just said. So thank you, Asha, for sharing that to create your promotional tidbits. So for this next one, we'll do another breakout, and this one is going to be, how would you describe your ideal customer in one sentence? So we'll do 4 minutes in the breakout rooms, and I will open up the breakout rooms and see y'all back in one moment. I am going to if you can go into the breakout room again. So we have another odd number, Makita. Are you able to join the breakout room? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. You know what? Hold on. Let me move. You don't have to go into the breakout room. Because I see. Oh, I was saying you don't have to go into the breakout room.
She's gone.
Yeah. Why can't I move her though? There we go. 32. So keep the time, please.
Okay.
It's 8:31 that they went into the room. Oh, yes.
Hmm?
Mhm.
I ain't gonna tell you that I needed 30 more seconds. I'm just gonna put myself on
Oh,
mute.
Lord. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for coming back. How was the session? Anyone have anything that they want to share that didn't get to share anything yet? It was good. Good, Keisha, Makita, Shaniqua.
My breakout session was good.
Okay. Was there anything that you walked away from that? What did you share was your ideal customer?
I agree with
Um,
need more. We need seconds. Them seconds.
Some seconds count. Got you. Venetia, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that's okay. Um, what is the question? I'm sorry.
No problem. What did you describe your ideal customer in one sentence? Were you able
Oh,
to
okay.
describe it?
Yeah, my ideal customer is anyone who is dealing with some type of loss that they're trying to move forward with, and heal any type of loss, not necessarily a death, but a job, a relationship, a divorce, friendship. And I said I was trying to narrow it down by age.
That's good. So being able to identify different ways to break down your group into smaller compartments. So where you're going to find or where you're going to promote for someone for death is going to be different from a job loss. So death might be at a funeral or church, or while a job loss might be at the unemployment center. So having different spaces for each of those. So each of those would be different categories, even though they are all towards people who are experiencing loss.
Right.
Okay, well, thank you for
Thank you.
sharing that. That was a good one. So we're going to go on to leads, as we were kind of talking about a little bit earlier, and what is a lead and how that helps you with building your business. So a lead is a potential customer interested in your product or service. And all of you had talked about some different ways, and here are a list of ways to get leads for free. So we have some mentioned social media, so being able to put up a post and have valuable content, and that's very important when you're putting up a post. It should not be sales. One thing that's very important and very key to any kind of promotions or any kind of marketing is that you are talking to the customer. You're not selling to the customer. So you're telling the customer how you can help them, what you can do for them, why your service is as the great service that it is, instead of pushing down their throat like, hey, this is what I have, this is what I have, this is what I have. So being able to differentiate those two things are going to be very ideal. Networking. Telling friends. So one of the things I think Debbie was talking earlier about Avon, and I used to do Mary Kay. And one of the things that they used to tell me to do is to write down the alphabet on a piece of paper. And when you write down the alphabet on a piece of paper, I want you to go through and I want you to try and find someone who is relevant, who could use your services that starts with that letter. So for example, if I am going to say A, who do I know who could probably use my services, who starts with the letter A? So I might go through my phone and put A's and go through all of the names, like, oh yeah, that person. I'll go through my emails and check and put A as the starting letter and see what comes up. That is a great way to be able to identify, because what you put your mind to focus on is what you will draw attention towards. It was funny when I asked myself, when I would ask somebody who I would coach with Mary Kay, whose face could you do next? Like who could you do? Whose face could you do? And they would be like, oh, I don't know. I'd be like, well, friends and family, and they'd be like, well, I used up everyone that I know. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you have more than just the 5 or 10 people that you use. And when they started to go through that alphabet soup, is what I call it, they were able to identify people's names, people from college, people from high school, people from elementary school that they used to talk to, people on their social media page that give, like, oh yeah, I think they would be great. This would be awesome. So just sometimes you really have to think out of the box, and helping to do the outfits will definitely help you with doing that. Local groups about who are in the same business as you. So some people are like, well, why would I want to connect with other people who are the same business as me? One of the things that I learned is collaboration is paramount in any industry that you're working in, right? So with those who were other Mary Kay businesses, I would invite them to come to events that I was doing, because guess what? I couldn't do all of the events by myself. I couldn't do all of the faces by myself. But me having someone else, that gave them leads. I walked away with leads. And guess what? The next time that person had an event, who did she invite to come and join her? Me. So now I got to have leads, and I didn't have to pay for the station or the vending space or something like that. So being able to be in spaces where you're collaborating with people who have the same businesses is very big. Lead magnets, give something valuable for free. Again, when I used to do Mary Kay, one of the things I used to give, I'll do a free facial. I'll give you free samples of lipstick or foundation or face wash. So what can you give your customers that can be an added value? So Keisha, you were just talking about the photo booth, and Asha just gave you a great answer to that question, right? So one of the things that you can say that you offer for free, if you book my services, I will give you a free catalog of all of the pictures of everyone who took pictures at the event. Now, that might be something that you already do. That might be something that, most people, but not everyone knows that that's what happens. So you have to err in the space that this is something that is going to be an added bonus, something that I'm giving to you. Another added bonus could be I will customize the post so that it has your business branding or your business colors and stuff like that on it. Those are all things that help with with customizing and customer service for your business, right? The next is referrals. And referrals are a big one, because referrals are, I gave someone such a great service that now they are word of mouth referring me to somebody else. That's one type of referral. Another type of referral is, hey, I had this meeting here where I learned about someone who does grief counseling, someone who has a photo booth, someone who has a clothing store, or a clothing product store, someone who does Avon. So now tomorrow I go to another networking event, and somebody was like, oh, I was looking for some of that Skin So Soft and blah, blah, blah. Do you know anyone who does Avon or something like that? And I'm like, you know what? Yesterday I actually met someone. Let me go through my Rolodex and let me do a warm lead, a warm contact. So a referral is not, oh, hey, I saw this person, here's their number, try to call them themselves. You are physically getting in either an email or a phone call, depends on your style, depends on the preference of the person who you're working with. And you're getting on the phone and you're saying, hey, Jeffrey, I just met Makita, and she said she was looking for some Skin So Soft. Do you mind connecting with her to see how y'all can meet up? I think this would be a great partnership or connection for you. And that's what you want from individuals. But guess what? People are not going to do that with someone that they don't know, like, and trust. So that takes more than just doing that the first time or going to one networking event with someone or just seeing someone one time. It takes at least 5 to 7 interactions with someone before someone will refer you. And it takes 7 to 11 interactions before someone will actually buy your services. So just thinking about that in perspective. Good customer service, as I shared. One way that Chick-fil-A got so popular is not necessarily because their chicken was so great. When people talk about Chick-fil-A, the first thing that I hear about is their customer service. They are always greeting you with a smile. They're always welcoming you. They have a cliche branding that they use every time. They have people outside taking your order, trying to get you through the line really fast, even though it might be a lot of people on the line. Like, that's the good customer service. So somebody's going to say, you know what, I only have 5 minutes and there's a couple of restaurants around. What should I do? Someone almost always going to be like, oh, well, there's a Chick-fil-A across the street. You can go there and get through the line in a quick amount of time. So customer service, that is going to precede you beyond things. And this last one is a real eye opener, right? These are gate openers. So these are individuals who are going to help to open the door for you to get more services. So for example, for Keisha, who has the photo booth services, and I know you said you are an event planner, but other gate openers are going to be other event planners. So partnering with other event planners and letting them know, hey, I have this service, and I think it would be great if we work together. If you referred me to some clients, and I could also refer clients to you. So being able to have that and find who your gate openers. So I think for Nijo, you were talking about as a grief counselor, some gate openers for you might be a pastor or a minister because they are doing funerals often. So they might be able to reach out to you and connect you to a new customer. So being able to know and identify who some of those gate openers are. Now, gate openers are not your customers. They are people who are going to lead you to your customers. So being able to know who those individuals are going to be very ideal. Any questions here before we go on? Questions, comments, thoughts? Makita, you want to talk about?
No, I was saying that's some really good stuff because I have a mobile bartending service. So like just thinking about the people that I connect with and how I connect with them is always extremely beneficial. I had this conversation like a couple months ago with someone and they suggested that I reach out to event planners. So I went on Instagram and under my business page, I found them, I started following them, and then I sent them like a quick private message about my business and why I do it and what I stand for and what it is that I can offer. And I just asked them to add me to their list of vendors. So if they ever need, if they are ever in a need of a mixologist or a bartender, like I'll definitely be their go-to person. And a lot of them responded back and they was like, oh, thank you so much. Like I'll add you to my vendor list. I'll keep you posted. So I know it's the beginning part of just connecting with people. And then I had in the first breakout room, I was with I think it was Shaniqua. I think so, because she's driving like I was driving. Right, Shaniqua? Yeah. Okay. So we were talking about I think that's when we were talking about like what were the challenges around marketing. And I shared with her today that I was in the bank and I was doing a transaction and like the gentleman in the bank, his name is Jared. He was like, so are you a connoisseur of cocktails? And I was like, yeah, that's what I do. And he was asking me more probing questions about it. And I was able to give him the experience of building a drink for him right there on the spot without having my any of the spirits or the liqueurs or any like so I gave him the full experience without him actually tasting the cocktail and he was like, "Oh, I get it. That's dope." And then I was able to give him a business card. So that also led to or leads to a potential customer. And then anybody that he knows that would, need something can connect with me. So when you were going through each thing, I was like, okay, remember that promoting my business is not just on social media or word of mouth, but it's also me being present in it all the time and sort of kind of being spot on to just be able to talk about it and bring it to life. And I actually have two businesses. One is the one that I don't put that much work and effort into. So now it's also making me think like, all right, now my business card is double-sided for that reason that one side talks about the mobile bartending service and the other side talks about the life coaching. But now I can like tie both together and then be able to speak to what I do around life coaching so that I can build clientele on that front and not just the mobile bartending. So like as you were going through everything, I was just like, huh, I got some work to do, sis. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So I will offer this. The life coaching and the bartending are going to be two different markets. So if it was bartending and event planning, that made sense to have them both on the same card or some, because they're in the same kind of industry of services. But life planning is in the coaching space, and then you're talking about bartending. Those are going to be two different individuals. So, and I have a bunch of business cards right on my table, and they'll sit together in a stack. And it'll be on one side. So if that one side is the one side that's up, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't really need bartenders, I'm just gonna throw it away. I would have never turned it over to the other side. So it definitely behooves you to invest in having separate cards because this is also part of your being intentional. There are going to be times when you can dual your business, dual your marketing efforts, but that is not one of them where because they're not in the same alignment with each other. And then there was something that you said that I wanted to highlight that's very paramount that you said when you were in the bank, you told a story. And a lot of times we go to our we call it our elevator pitch when we are trying to tell people about our business. And guess what? When I get out the elevator, I done forgot what you said. But if you told me how you helped somebody, what are you working on this week? If you told me, oh, this week I'm working on this, I got this wedding and I have this dope mix that I'm putting together for them because their wedding is red and blue. So I'm going to mix this red drink with this this red cocktail and put that together and put this blue cocktail together for the guy. And it's going to have these lights and it's going to have the smoke and all that other stuff. You just created an experience for me and I wasn't even there. And I'm just like, oh, that's dope. I want that for my event. So like do you do birthday parties too? Like that opens up the way for the next conversation. People remember what you did more than they remember what you said. So how are you explaining your experiences that you've created for other people to the people who you're looking to have conversations with? Does that make sense? And especially when you're talking to gate openers. So that's the conversation that you want to be having with them. Gate openers are going to be referrals. They're not your customers. So you want to be telling them about your experience because guess what? They're going to take that same experience that you told them and they're going to tell the next person. They're going to be like, oh, I know Phanidra. She is really great. She helped one of these customers that came in here. She just lost her mom. She sat with them. She spent time with them. She took them out to breakfast. She poured into them. She gave them a hug. She prayed with them. She this, that, and all that other stuff. And that's the thing that the customer wants to hear. So now the pastor, whoever that gate opener is, has a story to tell about the services that Phanidra offered instead of just saying, oh yeah, call Phanidra. She does she works with people in grief. And the person's gonna be like, well, what is that? I don't need a grief person. Like that isn't I don't need anybody with grief. I've experienced grief a lot, so I don't need anyone. But because I told you what she's done for somebody else, you might say, oh, you know what? I may need that. I can use that kind of service or that kind of engagement. So I hope that helps in being able to understand the difference. So when you're doing a pitch, an elevator pitch is when you're selling directly to an individual. But when you're speaking to your referral, someone who's going to be a referral to you, you want to tell them the story. All right, so ways to lead with spending money. So we talked about the free ways. So now these are the ways with funds, right? So you have social media, putting a paid ad. So that's a great way to be able to get business. But again, it's really about honing in and knowing your target market, your social, your circle of who you're going to be looking to focus. So like I said, for Phanidra, she might be looking for pastors. That'll be her focus. So she would want to do that. Networking groups. So getting and connecting to networking groups, social groups is another one. You have posters, signs, banners, flyers, basically paper products to be able to share, going to events, either hosting one or being a vendor at an event. There's also television and radio. So being able to find ways to get on those spaces, especially news, like a lot of them have been promoting businesses as of late, and business cards, which we talked about. Business cards are not dead. And I will definitely say having both a physical business card and your digital business card for different scenarios is going to be very important. So I know we have a little time. I have a couple of more slides and then we'll close out. So what do you say to get people interested? Use simple formulas, talk about your problem, call out their biggest struggles, which we talked about. Solutions, show how your product service helps them. What are you doing to help the customer? Not just telling them what you do. And then make sure that there's an action to every post that you put up. Tell them, contact me through DM or comment below or visit my website and register. Like all of those are called call to actions. So, example post a weak one would be, I'm selling candles, who wants one? A strong one would be, stressed out? My lavender candles help you to relax after a long day. Comment calm for a discount. So seeing the difference on what a not so strong post would be versus a strong one. So we're not going to do this last breakout for the interest of time, but I do want to, for those who did join and who are with us, I do have a special offer. This is social media strategies, which we kind of talked about. When you're doing social media, you want to make sure that you are picking one platform, have educational tips and tricks. So putting things up there that help people to learn more about your business, showing behind the scenes, showing your process, customer stories, telling testimonials, like I just shared, talking about how you've helped someone, what you've done for a customer, doing a call to action, asking people to take the next step. What do you want them to do in their next phase? So as I'm going to do my call to action, which is to ask you to take the next step. So from what we are, I think it's on the next slide, next one. So recap of the takeaways: marketing is simply talking to the right people with the right message, starting simple, pick one way to market today and use a proven structure to talk about your business. So what I am offering today, as I shared, so I have a platform that allows you to do automations and to put things into place, build out funnels, landing pages, and be able to reiterate conversations to individuals. For those who are on, I am offering 30-day access to our AR business expansion. There are pre-built lead capture pages that are in there. There are already pre-built email follow-ups for your business, social media templates. There's also what you will receive are weekly email tool training videos, which will show you how to use the platform. The platform is very extensive, and we will be doing a session on Thursday to help people kind of go through the platform and get set up. So I will drop the link in the chat for those who are interested. And do we have any questions in the interim? Any questions, comments, or thoughts?
No, I just want to say this was very informative. A good start. So thank you.
You are very welcome. So I will drop in the chat. No. So I will drop in the chat the link if you are interested in getting the 30 days service, so onboarding form. So if you put your logo, if you have your website, things of that nature, then we'll build it into the platform so that you can have full access and be able to utilize, upload your contacts and be able to send information out. Again, we will show you how to do all of those things. So we'll have a session on Thursday at 8 p.m. So that we can show you how to do all of those things. I also have a marketing worksheet for you that we will send out if my computer will load. All right. So we'll send out marketing 101 workbooks for those who registered. We'll send you out an email that has the workbook that pretty much goes through a list of the questions that we kind of talked about today on how to ask yourself the right questions for marketing and identify your target market and customers, spaces where you can promote, all of those kind of things. And to be able to have conversations with others as well is very key. Go ahead, Makita, you have a question?
Yeah, so I didn't register. I saw it on Facebook and then I got the link for it. So how would I go about getting what you're going to share to everyone who has registered?
Are you signing up for the 30-day service?
I think so.
Okay,
I
so
just
if
have
you
to
sign up,
in my mind, I have to see how I'm going to really utilize it. and not fully not fully take advantage of it because of all the things that's happening within the next 30 days. So like yeah, I want to make sense of it. So I am going to click the link and like go through it, but like I said, it's 30 days and I'm thinking about what's happening between now and the next 30 days. And I don't want to underutilize your services that you're providing. So I need it to make sense so that I can make the best use of it, if that makes sense.
Got it. Will do. So I would suggest, so I'll drop the link here and see if that opens. I don't know if this will open. For you to be able to at least see the document.
Yes.
Let me know if that opens for you. It does?
Well, wait, the first page, hold on. It says market. Okay. It's giving me an option to like design it.
Okay. No, that's not the right one then. Hold on. Makita, if you drop your email in the chat, I'll send it over to you. You can private message me and I'll just send it to you. The download.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Any other questions or thoughts? No? Well,
You
if
know what I'm
not,
gonna ask, right? I don't have to ask out loud, right?
yeah, well, most of these people are not in New York City. So
Well, Nikita is.
Makita, you're in New York City. Shanique, are you in New
Yeah.
York City? Okay.
Yes, I am.
I'm in Jersey.
In Jersey. Okay. Got it. Makita, I got you. Go ahead, Asha. I'll give you the floor so that you can ask before people head off.
That was not how I saw this going. How did that happen again? I am going to share a link for you ladies to consider becoming an official vendor for Juneteenth 2025, where you will also have more opportunities to join us, myself, some other experts, along with our one and only CEO, Athena Rodney. You've already gotten a taste of what she can share. And so hopefully when you join us and become a partner with us in Juneteenth, you'll also get an opportunity as a business owner to grow. So I'll share the link inside the chat. Or matter of fact, Sylvia, can you share the link in the chat and my website, my email address? I greatly appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Tina, for the
Thank-
opportunity.
You are very welcome. So if you did not get to sign up and you would like to receive it, please send me your emails and I will send you over the link. And I just want to go ahead.
Signed up, but I think I spoke to you, Athena, about a different situation. You said you were going to send me something about Women's Month or June 20th or something like that.
The Women's History Month event, yeah, so they postponed it to May. So she said she reached out to you. So Deborah?
Okay, I can recheck my email.
Okay, not a problem. Look for an email from Deborah from the Women's History events. For sure. Well, thank you, Shaniqua. Any other questions before we close out for tonight? And thank you, Sylvia, for dropping the link. If you are interested in being a vendor for the Juneteenth event, please do register and sign up. We also have virtual opportunities as well, if you are interested. That is to do commercials and to offer your services in a virtual space. So if not, I thank you all. Here I will, if you're not following me already on Instagram, here is my coach, Athenia Rodney. On Instagram, feel free to follow me. I do post on there, do some lives as well and some tidbits. And this will be something that we'll be doing every third Monday at 8 p.m. So if you are interested in staying on our email list, we will add you as you put your information here as well. So thank you, everyone. Have a blessed night. Thank you for giving me the extra 5 minutes of your time.
You
And
too.
have a great rest of
Thank
your week.
you. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You are very welcome. I think I got everybody's email. Yep.